you do all of it. Welcome in. Good afternoon. It's the Ticket Punchers here on 96.1 FM, 1450 AM, Big X Sports Radio. I'm your host, Roman Kelly, joined today by my two co-hosts here, Curtis Phillips and J.R. Anderson, as we take you guys up till 6 o'clock per usual here on the Big X Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. Also on YouTube at Ticket Punchers and on X at _Ticket Punchers as well. If you want to watch us visually, Billy Picks, J.R. Anderson, how are you guys today? How are we doing on this fine Friday? Some fine weather out in the Louisville area. Curtis, we'll start with you, sir.
Going good. Didn't know it was Friday the 13th till recently. So, and then obviously Valentine's Day coming up tomorrow. But I'm doing fine, Roman. How are you guys doing?
I'm doing great. Got Valentine's Day tomorrow. It is Friday the 13th. I was born on Friday the 13th. And my birthday this year is on Friday the 13th. So, it's kind of cool. JR, how are you today, sir? How's the fam doing?
Fam's good, man. Finally, everybody's doing good and getting healthy. So, just at the house hanging out. How you fellas doing?
Ready to get into all of these different things that we can look into for the weekend because, fellas, we've got an interesting Friday show with no NBA to get into tonight or for the entirety of the weekend outside of the All-Star break events that we've got. I'll be honest. I haven't looked into the betting for the All-Star game stuff yet. Just haven't gotten there with my dick. Wanted to get into some other stuff first. I've been watching the Olympics as well. But I'm excited to see how we go about looking into this weekend of sports just because it's an interesting weekend with the All-Star break. We're going to probably just predict some of these All-Star events as well because we've got word on who's going to be in them, the celebrity game, and some of the names that are going to be in that as well. So I'm just excited to get into all of that with you guys here. And with our listeners on the Game Day Men's Health text line at 502-414-1450. Game Day Men's Health is redefining men's wellness. No shortcuts, just results. Testosterone, peptides, weight loss, and sexual performance therapy. Visit GameDayMen'sHealth.com, defining a new era in men's health. JR, have you been keeping up with the Olympics at all? Have you been paying attention to what the USA has been doing in any of these events?
Yeah, I watched a little bit of the snowboarding event with Myles Garrett's wife. Goat again. That was pretty fun to watch. And then I did some of the bobsledding for the individuals, I believe, is what the leg is
luge.
Yeah, pretty interesting, but I haven't seen much outside of that. I'm not much of a Winter Olympics guy. I'm more of a festivities type of guy.
What about you, Philly?
I watched just a tad, more so men's hockey, a little bit of curling as well, but I haven't got into it as much. But yeah, I would like to tune in this weekend while I have a little bit more time to get in and watch some of these sports.
I feel like I've been trying to watch as much as I can. And then even through doing that, every time I'm home, got a little bit of free time, I'll cut the TV on just to see what is currently live. And then I'll still miss notable things. It feels like every time I'm watching, it seems like I'm not catching any of the notable moments. But I've seen the USA win a couple different medals in some few different things in some of the events. The figure skating is one of those that's I don't think I could ever do it or be good at it, but it's still kind of just shocking how talented they are on ice skates and the way that they can move and whatnot. So watching that in the pairs and how they go about basically dancing and doing gymnastics on skates in coordination, I think some of that stuff's cool. But the reason I like the Winter Olympics is because it's a lot of sporting events that you never get to watch, right? The Summer Olympics has a lot of events that maybe you get to see sometimes. A lot of, people watch the world championships in track and field and the swimming world championships as well. If there's a notable swimmer that's doing great stuff. But the Winter Olympics, it's hard to find this stuff. The X Games is the only other time you really get an event that has these kinds of events, and it's more extreme, obviously, with that. I like the snowboarding and the skiing, the long jump stuff. That just the only time of year that stuff's happening, and it doesn't really often get the notoriety that I think it deserves because they're athletes too, and they're doing just as extravagant stuff as somebody playing 50 games in the NBA averaging 5 points, right? But fellas, let's get into what we've got for the weekend because it's All-Star break. Curtis, I wanted to ask you, is there any aspect of this All-Star break weekend that you are intrigued for, you're interested for, you can't wait to watch it?
I'm gonna be honest. This is probably the least I've been interested in the All-Star Weekend. I feel like a lot of stuff has been just thrown under the rug. I was asking JR yesterday. I didn't know any of the 3-point contest or contestants, nor the dunk contestants other than Jackson Hayes. And I just feel like the NBA hasn't done a great job of getting the notices out. So, but I guess the 3-point contest will be a little bit interesting, and as well as the celebrity game. I saw Shams in some highlights today, getting some buckets in practice. So that should be interesting. I'll probably be tuned into that tonight. But
it's just a shame that every year the celebrity game becomes the most appealing factor to All-Star Weekend. That's not how the All-Star Weekend should go. I know most leagues are struggling with their All-Star Weekend right now and their All-Star breaks and finding ways to make it exciting, or even like the Pro Bowl. No one cares about the Pro Bowl. Home run derby is not the same as it used to be.
I feel like that's the NBA's most intriguing right now.
I mean,
MLB.
JR, let me know if I'm wrong, but just a few years ago when they were doing the money for everybody on the team, plus the goes to the charity of their choice as well, that's when you saw the uptick of play, and they had that target score at the end.
Yep.
So maybe they go back to that. Maybe if you have a charity involved, you can kind of get a little bit more effort. JR, is there ever going to be a true change in the effort we get in All-Star Weekend going forward, or do you think this is kind of the start of the end of it being exciting?
I think the excitement is long gone, man. I don't think that they'll ever play hard until some type of format, or they increase the incentives, or hey, stop. Sorry, my daughter's over here throwing stuff.
No worries.
Yeah, I think something has to change. All the analysts have already said this. I was excited for the one-on-one contest, but I don't know which day that is.
I will have to figure that out. The one-on-one contest should be interesting. That's another event that's like, we're never going to get the best of what that event could be. Nobody wants to go out there and lose to Cam Thomas on TV. So I understand why you're never going to get the true stars coming out for something like that. I hope that they can find ways to start changing things. I don't know what you do for the incentives, though, because, you can't get big names in the dunk contest, because why are you going to go risk it? Why are you going to go put your body on the line and do extravagant dunks and test your muscles for games and events that don't matter? And the reward is just your name getting written down in a book in history, really, at the end of the day. I think Aaron Gordon and Zach LaVine, they kind of get elevated in talks about the dunk contest. But, fellas, do you even know all of the names in the dunk contest right now?
I didn't before I looked on FanDuel just not too long ago. So we got Carter Bryant, Jackson Hayes, Keyshawn Johnson, and Jace Richardson. So
it should be interesting. And then for the 3-point contest, we've got Con Knipple, who do we have for?
Yeah, it says Damian Lillard, and I thought he's out for the season. And
Jamal Murray, Tyrese Maxey, Devin Booker, Donovan Mitchell. That should be exciting. Actually, a bunch of good names. I won't be surprised. I mean, I want Con Knipple to win. I want him to just continue having some extravagant rookie year. Are we wagering anything? Go ahead, JR.
Bobby Portis is in the 3-point contest.
And Norman Powell.
I forgot Norm. I saw Norm.
I agree with, but Bobby, that's crazy.
Don't let Norm heat up. He'll take it home. I saw Con Knipple doing his practice for the 3-point contest shooting. Jumper looks good. It's crazy. He already has one of the prettiest jumpers in the NBA, with just his overall mechanics. But what I was going to ask you, JR, we'll start with you. Are we wagering on the All-Star break in any way?
Last
year, we throw a little sprinkle on a Bobby Portis plus 1,200?
Last year I did put money on the 3-point contest. After the first round, I can kind of tell who's got the hot hand or got that look in their eye, especially with the best typically going last after the first round qualifier. But in this particular, I would love, just based on mechanics, I would like Donovan Mitchell, Tyrese Maxey, or Con Knipple. If anything, I'd be putting sleeper money on Con. I think Con's going to come out, especially being a rook, extremely aggressive, and I think he's going to be prepared to come in here and knock down some shots. Plus, his mechanics are pretty solid. You can
he's the favorite to win it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can roll the balls out and he can hit, probably 18 out of 20 easily just off of pure shooting alone. The other ones I feel like have to get a little bit lathered up to start, heating up a little bit. But I definitely love him. I don't know what his odds are, but definitely love him as a favorite for sure.
Can I get I'd like to a breakdown on what Damian Lillard's been doing the last couple of months? Has he been shooting 500 threes a day or something like that? Is he going to go out there and light it up or something?
It's like riding a bike, man. It's an Achilles. I can attest towards you can't really do too much agility stuff, like horizontally or vertically, but shooting jumpers, that's the one thing that post surgery that within like maybe 2 to 3 months you can definitely get back to it at a high capacity. So
on his set shot, he doesn't jump crazy high either.
Yeah,
so
no.
I'd imagine he's been shooting a lot.
He's a tippy toe shooter anyway.
Fellas, I like that they allowed Damian Lillard to participate in this. As a player that would be in All-Star Weekend, you would think maybe not being out the Trailblazers, but I'd have to imagine he'd at least be putting up All-Star numbers right now with the way that the Blazers have looked if he was healthy. And the fans still love him. So I'm glad that one of the best shooters in NBA history, who's in the NBA right now, is participating in the three-point contest. So that's always cool. Dunk contest, favorite to win is Carter Bryant at plus 180, Jackson Hayes plus 250, Kashad Johnson at plus 320, and Jace Richardson, who I was surprised to see they gave him the nod for the dunk contest. Sounds like they probably gave a lot of invitations out, and whoever accepted it was going to be competing in this one. I mean, Jackson Hayes, we saw the end game through the legs dunk after, like the day after he got announced that he was going to be in it, before. I'm sorry. Any favorite in this one, Philly?
Honestly, I don't even know who I would lean to. I haven't really seen Carter Bryant dunk. Jackson Hayes, was that last year he was in it or year before he participated in it as well?
I think he has already been in it.
Yeah.
I think we're past an era where the big men are winning it. No Blake Griffin, JaVale McGee's, and Dwight Howards of the world. So
Hayes can fly, but
yeah, we'll
I don't know
see.
How acrobatic he can be.
Like JR said with the three-point contest, maybe after the first round, if I get a good gauge, maybe I'll sprinkle on something. But it just hasn't been the same. I mean, I'd rather have Mac McClung come back and and because he does different dunks every time.
He actually just had a highlight. The highlight the other night, him and I forget how to pronounce his last name. Yuki is the 5'8" Japanese guard. Or he might be Chinese. I believe he's Japanese. He had a baseline. He threw the lob to McClung, who was cutting baseline and had the reverse slam. It was really similar to what J.R. Smith did for the Knicks, just he didn't cock it back all the way down and do basically like a reverse tomahawk type of situation. This was still though a reverse lob on the baseline cut. He can still fly. I'm surprised they didn't find some way to exploit his athleticism this weekend, or maybe they will. Right? Maybe they're just going to throw him out there at one point in some way, shape, or form. There's no way Mac McClung's not going to be at All-Star Weekend. Fellas, there's not a lot of excitement outside of that. We'll see what the three-point contest looks like. It's kind of shaping like that's going to be the best event. The All-Star game setup, it should be interesting, right? There's a lot of more than just two teams, so it'll be interesting to see how they go about that. But the college basketball slate is the real, I feel like, talk of what we're going to be getting into for the weekend. Obviously, Louisville does play tomorrow at 4 o'clock on the road, neutral site court in Fort Wayne, Texas, though, of course. So is it really going to be a neutral crowd? I don't think so. We are going up against Baylor. We're going to get into that here at the end of the show. But, Philly, a little bit of college basketball on tonight. JR, we've got a lot on tomorrow. Talk to us about tonight, Philly, and then JR, look into tonight as well or tomorrow, because a lot of top 25 teams in action. Miami of Ohio, undefeated, last undefeated team, putting that 25-0 record on the line. What do we like this weekend in the college basketball ranks, JR?
Yeah, with the Miami, did the coach suspend the players due to the party on campus that they had? I saw something about that their record was at jeopardy since they all got in trouble for curfew. They're, like 5 of their starters were going to be suspended or something for this game. So
I'm going to admit I didn't know. I didn't think that was real.
No,
I didn't know if it was either.
Yeah. I mean, either way, if they play, I definitely love them as a favorite. The 3 games that I've looked at tonight, I love Michigan State. pull this up. Michigan State going up
against Wisconsin tonight.
With the booster, it's minus 104. Without the booster, minus 135. Really like that 4-unit play. I also like the Quinnipiac game, plus 3.5, minus 104. And then the Iona game, I like the home team to cover the plus 4.5, minus 104 as well. Those are the only three that I've really gotten to do research on.
I don't even know how to pronounce the name of that school.
Yeah, I wasn't going to try.
Canisius.
Yeah, I was going to say Census, but I was looking at the odds. I was like, it's a sad day when this is all we have to choose from, and you can't even pronunciate the actual team that you're trying to bet on here.
Some of the games tonight not too great. Philly, anything tonight that you're looking at in college basketball, and if not, talk us through tomorrow's slate.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. I haven't looked at much. I've been on my college baseball dig as that started back today. But one thing I did lean towards was that Michigan State-Wisconsin game. I do lean towards the over. Jumped up a tad to 148. Both of these teams have been scoring a lot, and both teams have played in a lot of overtime games as of late, too, which could help get over the number. Wisconsin, 2 straight overtime games. Michigan State, 2 of their last 4 games have went into overtime, so that could help get towards the over on the total. So I was leaning towards that over. And then for tomorrow, I honestly lean Clemson to cover that plus 12.5, or at least maybe that look at that first half spread. It should be around 6 or 7.5. Haven't been that impressed with Duke the last few games. So Clemson will be a lean of mine.
I had them covering in that one. Duke has been a little shaky. Like they can be played close. They've been showing that in a handful of games in ACC play.
Mm-hmm.
I have a play for tonight in NCAA baseball, Philly. I want to see how you kind of felt about this. Matt Childress kind of put me onto it a little bit earlier, just with the Louisville game that was going on. Started at 2 p.m. Louisville did unfortunately fall to Michigan State 4-3 in their opener, but it is a weekend long series, so they've got 2 more opportunities to win that series. He likes the under 12.5, and he was kind of mentioning like 2 good teams, not a lot of good pitchers should be at play here in the season openers. I'm going to kind of rock with the same mindset in this Florida Atlantic Notre Dame matchup at 6:30 tonight. 2 good teams. I'm seeing that the line's 1.5. They don't expect this to be a overly a game that leans one direction to either sides of these teams. I'm going to rock with the under 12.5 in this one. A lot of the games today not leading to a lot of runs. I'm seeing a lot of 4-3s, a lot of 3-2s kind of late into their matchups. So give me the under 12.5 on that Notre Dame Florida Atlantic we'll call that an official punch just for tonight's NCAA baseball slate. I had a couple of games in college basketball I wanted to look into, fellas, and we're probably going to pick overall just a handful of them due to not having much NBA to get into tonight, fellas. But when I'm looking in tomorrow, Cal only 2.5-point favorites. Yes, they're traveling to Boston College. Give me Cal on the money line to win in Boston on the road. In that one in ACC play, I think they can. I think they win handedly against that Boston College team. I know that Boston College started to show a little bit more life, but they're still not winning games. They're still pretty bad ultimately. And I like that one. Another one that I'm liking here on the weekend is the Creighton plus 3.5 at home with Villanova visiting. I do think Villanova probably wins this game, but I think I think Creighton keeps it close and can cover those 4 points. What are we looking like? What's the money looking like on that Creighton Villanova game, JR?
76% on the money on percentage of bets towards Villanova, 68% of the money towards Villanova. So you're solid on both sides there. Spread percentage of bets is going towards Villanova, but Creighton is taking the percentage of money there, which is a telltale sign that most people are probably going to take the spread towards Creighton to plus 3.5 at minus 120, and then both sides are heavily doubled down on the over.
I'm rocking with the public on that Creighton spread then. I feel like I like that the money's coming in there as well. So that's going to be 2 of the college basketball punches that I like tomorrow, fellas. Philly, Xavier plays at home tomorrow with Marquette visiting. We're going to, you know what? Give me Xavier money line. go ahead and just give me Xavier money line. Marquette, we've been fading them. They picked up a couple wins in spots we didn't think they were going to, costed us, but ultimately we're still in the positive, fading Marquette, and that's going to continue as well at 3 p.m. Give me Marquette on the money line straight up.
Okay.
What's the numbers looking like on that one, JR?
They don't have an in-depth analysis on it just yet. For the money line, it says Marquette is 1-11 in their last 12 games as an underdog. So they are leaning towards Xavier money line, so minus 172. So I mean, I definitely love that in favor of the line you just put out. And Marquette's 4-10, 28.6% against the spread in their last 14 games. So minus 2.5. Xavier minus 2.5, minus 120. So yeah, both are leaning towards Xavier. So in agreement with you.
I like it. Fellas, wrap us up with your official punches for the weekend. Philly, we'll start with you. Mr. Philly Picks, our handicapper here on the show. You're having a great February thus far. We didn't even recap last show's punches, fellas. Unfortunately, I forgot to get into that. If you guys want to get into that real quick, just what were the last night's punches? What was the record, Philly? And what are you taking officially for tonight or on the weekend that you haven't gotten to?
Yeah, so last night's punches, I only had one. Detroit Mercy team total over 70.5. So that came through. But I also dropped 2 plays for today in college baseball because those games started before we was on air. So we do go 1-1 on those. We had a builder with Wake Forest money line, Louisville money line, and Georgia money line. Unfortunately, Wake Forest, Louisville both get upset. But we do cash Wright State in Georgia over the 13.5. So overall 2-1 on those plays. And tonight only have one play for you guys. It's in college baseball as well. And I'm going to take Oklahoma State's team total under 4.5. Going up against Arkansas, who has a deep pitching staff this year, playing in a Globe Life Field. That's where the Rangers play. And that's
Arkansas Final Four team last year, Philly?
No, they, I believe, came short of Omaha, but I forget who they lose to. But yeah, they didn't get to Omaha, I don't believe, but they came just short. They're returning a lot of that same roster and production. Like I said, have a deep pitching staff, probably one of the best in the nation, playing Rangers Field, which is very pitcher friendly. So I think runs can be limited for Oklahoma State tonight. So that'll be my only official punch.
I like it. Anything else official you're taking tonight or the weekend, JR?
Yeah, I got the under in the Cal versus Boston College game, minus 138.5. It's minus 110. All the analytics give it an A-. So I really love that play. And then Penn State at Oregon over 146.5, minus 110, another A- EV type of play there. So those would be the only 2. And then to recap my last night, I went 5-1. The only one we lost was LeBron, under 33.5 points and assists. He decided to become the oldest player in NBA history to record a triple-double on the night we took his under. Before that, he had went under his mark 9 out of 10 games. And so other than that, we covered Lakers money line. We covered total under 240.5. We covered Luke Kennard over 8.5. Marcus Smart over 13.5 points and assists. And Bobby Portis 2 threes, which was our triple punch and a plus 130 play. And he hit 3 of 6. So 5-1 overall. We're back on track.
Nice plays for you guys last night. Love to hear the wins coming in, fellas. I've got one more official before Sunday, and we wrap up here on the radio side of things. It is Atletico Madrid, who just came in yesterday and it was on their home field, but they did my Barcelona guys in yesterday. They got that offense back going, but in their last 19 matches against Rayo Vallecano, winning 15 of them, losing 4 of them, have not lost to this side in quite some time. That's not going to happen this weekend, coming off of the form that they've kind of gotten in their last couple of games. And they are only minus 120 as the favorite on the road. So give me the Atletico Madrid money line on Sunday at 10:15 a.m. if you guys want a soccer play on the weekend as well. With that being said, though, this is going to wrap us up here on the Ticket Punchers. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Roman Kelly, J.R. Anderson, and Curtis Phillips. right here on the Big X. Stay tuned if you want on the YouTube and X side of things, where we continue to chat here for a little bit longer. And we'll catch you guys next week right here on the Big X on Tuesday at 5:30. Fellas, let's go punch those tickets.
Punch those tickets.
Punch some tickets.
Matt Dennison here, inviting you to.
All right, Phillies. Philly picks, J.R. Anderson. Let's get that triple punch out.
Oh, Jesus.
I messed up giving you guys my punch yesterday, unfortunately. I apologize about that.
Oh,
Got on the road, started driving, and then didn't think of it when I got to Midway yesterday, unfortunately. I still had some time and didn't send it in.
Did yours come?
Yeah, Max Christie, yes.
So we was 2-0.
Yep.
Mine would have been
over there.
I would have had Braun 2+3s on mine. So
We went 3-0.
we would have went 3-0. Unfortunately, I didn't get that sent in. We hit the Braun 2+3s yesterday, but that's not an official punch or anything, unfortunately, because I'm a part of the show. Didn't give those out. But fellas, what do we like on the triple punch tonight? I feel like the triple punch has been pretty hot, even on the games we haven't won. It's been the hook, right? So let's get active here with it tonight.
You already have lines?
I have one that I kind of was digging, but I didn't know if you guys wanted to do a Saturday triple punch, since I felt like none of us were really rocking with what we felt tonight. But you know how I am. I want to give a triple punch every day. You know, Friday with Friday games, Saturday with Saturday games.
Yeah, let's do it. I can pull up Outlier. We can build it.
Let's do it.
I don't have one lined up. I didn't like anything today, honestly. All right. We're staying in college today or tomorrow.
Yeah, let's go. I mean, let's stay in college tonight. I got an Ivy League prop for tonight.
I'm probably going baseball, though. College baseball.
Yeah, that's fine as well.
What's your leg, Roman?
I like Cornell money line, straight up over Princeton on the road.
Cornell, yeah, 77% of the bets, 73% of the money on Cornell, 54% of the bets, percent of the money is going towards Princeton on the spread percentage. Excuse me, plus 3.5, minus 120.
They've been good at home. I'm not surprised at a lot of the money coming in there.
Yeah, over 154.5. I always think it's interesting when you see one team all red and then the other team all green, but they both have one miss. Those are the hardest to try to judge on the over-unders.
Yeah.
You never know. I like it. I mean, you were taking money line. Cornell went outright.
Outright.
Yeah. Okay. I like that. Wonder what a inverted spread would be. Let's see. Cornell. It's impossible. Oh, good. I like that. Go Cornell money line. Let's find some insights here. Let's go to.
What's that college baseball prop tonight, Philly, for the triple punch?
Yeah, I think I'm going. I wish DK had Texas as lined up. I'll go Texas minus 3.5 at minus 128.
You think
team I'm very high on. I'm probably gonna place a future on them to win the World Series, and gotta check the odds. I think there's plus 1,700, I believe, to win it all. But team I'm very, very high on. They got a loaded lineup, nice pitching, and they're going up against a UC Davis team that they're not going to be able to stay afloat with them for 9 innings. So I think Texas puts a number on them. It seems high in baseball. It would be an MLB, but college baseball, like you can really.
There's a couple 8-1 wins today I was already seeing.
You know what I'm saying? I took Oklahoma's money line earlier. They win by 7. Their run line -1.5 was plus 130. You know what I'm saying? Like it happens a lot.
They don't know what these teams are going to do in the first few games out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
Billy Picks does.
Facts. So yeah, I'll go Texas -3.5 in college baseball for mine.
I don't like anything.
Oh, let's go.
You just hit?
Well, a lot of underdogs have been barking today. I will say that, but I don't see UC Davis beating Texas. But yeah, I got UC Santa Barbara must have just hit a 2-run home run. They was plus 130.
Y'all think the Miami Ohio game goes over or under?
They've been scoring high. I mean, was it probably in the 160s?
160.
Oh, it's right here in my face. Yeah, they're always in that range. Because they put up points and they allow a lot of points.
The Bobcats don't score a whole lot though.
Right.
But they
I would like that. Miami Ohio's at home, aren't they? I like this more had they been on the road.
Yeah. I kind of want to take the under 163.5.
So is that true about their players? Did we ever find that out?
I don't think it is.
Yeah, I saw a graphic, like 2 of them, but yeah, I didn't.
I got Centel.
Centel.
Miami, Ohio basketball. Let's see. It's crazy the extent that people will go through to make up shit like that. Like, why? What's the point?
I know.
What's the?
What are you getting out of this?
Yeah, like, what are you trying to do?
Yeah, I've never really understood it.
I don't see anything. Let's see what their Twitter says.
Is there player props up for the celebrity game?
I didn't see any.
Okay.
I don't know.
Hey, the way I saw Shams shooting that rock.
I didn't know he could shoot. Oh, man. I don't know. I don't love anything. Y'all can pick a line for me. I do not like anything on here.
Let's go with
college basketball the last 2 days been brutal.
Let's go with a basic one then. You said you like Michigan State.
Yeah.
You take Michigan State money line?
Over Wisconsin. Yeah, I like that. I thought that game was on tomorrow, but yeah. I took it for today. Well, I already got that in my what is it? No, okay, no, I'm tripping. Mine was Penn State, or the Cal and Boston under 138.5, and then Penn State versus Oregon over. What is the number on the shooting game? Do y'all like us to cover the 6.5 tomorrow?
Yes.
No.
You said no.
No.
I got us winning by 16.
Jeez.
Like Baylor's not that good, but
they can
hoop. Like just with like facing a Big 12 team, like I feel like their physicality could disrupt us in a way. I know this is like sort of a quote unquote neutral site, but obviously they're gonna have majority of the fans there, and we ain't played good on the road. Yeah. As simple as that, or away from home, I should say. Right, other than the Indiana game and second half of Cincy games, I think Baylor can cover, maybe win outright.
All right, fellas, I got to run quick so I can run an errand and get back into the station real fast. I'm gonna get that triple punch. I'll try to get that triple punch tweeted here.
All right. Good deal.
All right, fellas, let's go punch those tickets.
Let's go punch those tickets.
Yes, sir. Y'all be safe.
All right, you too, brother.